Yes, my dudes, I'm Alex and thanks for checking out another beat breakdown. Out to Nihilistic Bro on this one. So he popped up the other day in the comments section and just asked if I like Vels Trio. And I love Vels Trio, man. Haven't seen anything new coming from them for a little while. Not sure if they're still going, but they're a wicked band, man. And their drummer, Dougal is absolutely sick. He rips on the kit, and every time I've seen him live, he's super controlled, super consistent. So let's throw it back to the Yellow Ochre EP that they brought out in 2017. We're gonna go for the opener, Yellow Ochre Part 1. So let's check it out live and then we'll break it down. Sick groove, mate. The track is in 3/4 time. That means we're going to be counting 1 E-ander, 2 E-ander, 3 E-ander. It's 139 BPM. Jump onto your kit if you can. Make sure to grab a PDF by following the link below, and let's go through this thing together. The first thing we need to know how to play is the hi-hat part. So the first beat of the bar, we're going to count 1 ander. The second beat of the bar, we play the E and the that's 2 E-ander. And the third beat of the bar, we're just going to play 8th notes, 3 and. All together, we've got 1 ander, 2 E-ander, 3 and. Now slow, it doesn't sound like much, but when we start to pick up the pace, it starts to groove really nicely. So what I'll do is I'll play it on the hats for you, and I'll start from slow to fast so you can get an idea of how it grooves. And already you can start to get that feel just by playing the pattern on the hi-hat. Let's build up our groove by adding in our bass drum and snare drum. Something unusual about this groove is that the backbeat isn't played on a downbeat. We're going to add in a rim click on the E of beat 2. Then we're just going to add our bass drum on beat 1 and the last 16th note of beat 1. That will give us the rhythm 1 E and Let's have a listen to how that's going to sound. Bosh, and we've got a groove to work from. Now, if you listen to the intro of the track, what you'll hear is that Dougal is playing with these voicings. So right hand up on the hats, left hand in that cross stick position. But as the track progresses, he starts to move his hands around to different positions on the kit, playing different surfaces and giving us some different textural options. So the next one we're going to try out is we're going to play our snare drum classic style, and we're going to start to add in some ghost notes in between the backbeat. So where those ghost notes will fit perfectly is on the E of beat 1 and the E and the of beat 3. So let's give that a go. So the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to move our right hand over to the ride cymbal, and I'll leave it down to you as to whether you want to add those ghost notes in there or not. But one thing we're going to try is whenever we're playing that right hand pattern, anywhere but the hats, we're going to start to keep quarter notes with our hi-hat foot. Now this makes the coordination quite a lot trickier, so go nice and slow with this at first if you feel like you need to. But let's give it a go, and just be aware of how that hi-hat foot keeps track of that 3/4 pulse. Keeping that left foot going on the quarters is trickier than it seems, man. What we'll try now is let's just start to move our hands around the kit and try out some different textural options. There's no right or wrong here, just see what you can come up with, see what you like the sound of. Take some time to experiment with different textural options on the kit and see what you can come up with. So let's take a quick look back at the live video of Vels Trio, and what you'll hear is that they opened the set by Dougal Taylor taking this groove and moving it around the toms, phrasing it like a drum solo. So let's check that out quickly. So you could almost use this groove like a clave. You could use it as your rhythmic framework to improvise around. So see what you can come up with, see if you can make it your own. Let's start to look at the turnaround. So the turnaround is based around 2 bars. In the first bar, we've got a hit on beat 1 and 2 and. In the second bar, we've got a hit on beat 1 and we can fill until the end. Throughout the track, these turnarounds are going to start to get longer, and all we're going to do is we're going to repeat that first bar as many times as necessary to fill out the whole phrase. First time around, we'll play the first bar once, the second bar once. So what I'll do is I'll just play the hits, and then I'll play the hits in context of the groove, and I'll fill from one hit to the other. Let's check out how that's going to sound. Turnaround 2, we're going to play the first bar twice and the second bar once. And turnaround 3, we're going to play the first bar 3 times and the second bar once. So let's have a listen to how that's going to sound. So make sure to follow the music to know which turnaround to go for. But if you're practicing the groove without the track in your ears, it can be a nice idea to piece it all together and go from one turnaround to the other. What I'll do is I'll play a few bars of groove into turnaround 1, few bars of groove, turnaround 2, few bars of groove, turnaround 3, so you can hear them all in context. It's a killer groove, man, and there's so much that you can do with it. But that's all I've got for you today. So make sure to go and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I'm bringing out a new video every single Wednesday at 12 PM, and I want you in that Wednesday crew, man. But for today, let's see if we can play Vels Trio, Yellow Ochre, Part 1.